Hi. It's still just a bit hilarious that I'm even doing this, and I thought YouTube was something I'd never do, and it's something way in another realm to me. But here I am. I kind of had a little crisis, tiny crisis, after I finished my bachelor's and degree in nutrition, and I'm just about to finish my master's in nutrition. And I was like, I've got so much information in my head, and I just don't know what to do with it. So naturally, I'm going to start my own nutrition coaching business online, which I'm very excited for and should be coming relatively soon. But I wholeheartedly believe that nutrition, education and information should be free and accessible to everybody all the time. So I'll probably put myself out of a job really, because nutrition is like relatively, the principles of contributing to a healthy diet, healthy lifestyle is relatively simple. Like, you move, you eat well, you variety, more plant-based foods, manage your stress levels, sleep well. Relatively simple. Doing it is really hard. So that's where like nutrition coaching comes in, when you've got someone working through those individual barriers with you. But I do think that the fundamentals of nutrition and all of these different misconceptions and pieces of misinformation out there should be challenged. And so that's what I will be doing. And there are other really great sources out there, but I'm just going to add to it. And yeah, so my aims with this is it's going to be casual, hopefully, and hopefully I don't just revert back to awkwardness, but yeah, casual, easy listening, hopefully it's enjoyable. I don't want it to be like lecture style. I want it to be just a bit more like a chat. Yeah, and both sides will be learning, like I'll be learning more too, and because I'll be using up-to-date evidence, and so really because evidence coming out all the time, it should be yeah, I should be learning too. So that's great. And I really just wanted to build confidence for people, because I believe that everybody should have the confidence to be able to make healthy food choices that they want to make, and they're not being pushed into by the latest fad diet or the Victoria's Secret model who said to eat this, or marketing and advertisements, and just knowing how to navigate through that I think is really important, and knowing how to fuel your body but in a way that feels good. And yeah, exciting. That's what I want to do. And yeah, and but like I said, doing it is really difficult, and I have had a very rocky relationship with food and for a long time, and I'm fine now, which is incredible, but those challenges that I went through were really rough, and they do a number on you. And I wish I had more nutrition information when I was going through that. And that history of mine, I used to think it was a weakness. I used to be so ashamed and thought I should hide it, and I did. I hid it for a long time, and now I'm sort of seeing that actually going through all those challenges made me so much more resilient. Like, yeah, it's a strength as far as I'm concerned at this point. So I completely understand how it's so overwhelming and confusing it can be, but it just does not have to be. And I find it liberating that every single time we eat, every time we have a meal, we're contributing to our own health, but also the planet's health and animals' health and everything. And I think that's incredible. So there's a lot of power to be found or sought in food, and I'm going to hopefully help people do that via nutrition coaching, but also hopefully through this. Yeah, cool. So that's what I want to do. And yeah, so a little bit about myself. Who is this person? I am Ingrid, and I lived in the UK for 18 years, and I moved over to New Zealand in 2018 for university because my dad was born here, so my brother and I have citizenship. And it kind of started off as a little bit of a joke when I was like, oh yeah, I could go to university in New Zealand because I could. And then I was like, oh my god, I actually could. So I did that. And I started off as doing plant biotechnology, but quickly learned that the lab was just not for me. And I was like, nah, not my cup of tea. So I started doing nutrition, and then yeah, I finished my bachelor's and master's. And I had a real keen interest for sustainable diets. So like I said before, every time you eat, it's not just about what that food is doing into your body. It's not just about the outcome of nutrition. It's about how that food ended up on that plate. Like the whole process it went through, the people that were involved, the money it took, the animals that were involved, the environmental stewardship of the agricultural practices, and the sacrifices for the environment. Like, it's massive. And I think, again, yeah, it's just super liberating knowing that you can make a difference as a consumer every time you eat. And yeah, so that's my little passion, and I'll be feeding that through here. And I definitely think that was my parents, hey, like, I think they made me understand and respect food quite a bit more. And if respect the money went in, respect if an animal was involved, like, thanks animal kind of thing. And yeah, so I'm super grateful for that, and I think that shapes a lot of my views and wanting to make a difference through food, because it's super important and impactful. But I do also believe that a lot of these things around healthy food availability, accessibility, affordability, because that's a massive barrier, is a government policy level problem, but as a consumer you can make such a difference, like a massive difference. So it needs to be both, there needs to be a balance. And yeah, I think that's all I was going to say. The next few videos I'll probably do a sort of block of fundamentals of nutrition, so what I think you absolutely should know, even if you're not going to make a health change your diet, I think that you should know this, because changing a little bit of your diet, improving your diet just a little bit, will make everything better. Like, it just seeps into every aspect of your life, and your sleep will get better, your mood swings will get better because you're not craving sugar all the time, your relationships will get better because you're not hangry, you can regulate your cycles way better, and your productivity will get better, and your athletic performance will get better. So everything improves, and I think that's so powerful. So fundamentals of nutrition, how to do that, how to build healthy meals and blah blah blah. And then I'll go into more of like hot topics, sort of fad diets and things like that. So but I don't really want to be making anything that ultimately no one wants. So, and I never thought these words would come out of my mouth, but if you do want something, then put it in the comment section below and I will see if I have the capacity to do that. But yeah, you can trust that I will be doing evidence-based stuff, and yeah, it's gonna be great. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.